She seemed like every American's favorite neighbor, warm, charming, unstoppable. But behind the kitchen smiles and best-selling cookbooks, Ree Drummond's life has taken twists no one expected. Ree Drummond didn't start in a glossy magazine or on a TV set. She was born Anne Marie Smith on a chilly January day in 1969 in the small town of If you've followed Hollywood over the years, stay until the end. You'll be amazed by a secret from back then. Bartlesville, Oklahoma. A place where the skies stretch forever and the land demands hard work. Her childhood wasn't filled with luxury or pampering. Instead, it was filled with the smell of cattle, the taste of fresh bread, and the kind of chores that build character, feeding animals before sunrise, helping on the ranch, learning the rhythm of a life tied to the seasons. Every sunrise and every chore taught her lessons no classroom could. Patience, grit, and the quiet satisfaction of a job well done. She discovered early that life rewards perseverance and that real comfort comes from simple, honest work. Even as a young girl, Ree loved storytelling, writing little essays, jotting poems, scribbling in journals. In a way, the ranch itself became her first classroom, the fields her first blank page, and her imagination the pen that would eventually write a life story millions would follow. Transition. But her life wasn't destined to stay in the wide-open Oklahoma fields. A single trip home from college would change everything. While pursuing journalism at the University of Southern California, Ree's life was busy, fast-paced, and completely different from her quiet Oklahoma childhood. Yet, a break from the hectic city life took her back home. A simple, ordinary visit that would alter her life forever. It was there, in the familiar streets of her hometown, that she met Ladd Drummond. He was a cattle rancher, grounded, strong, and confident, everything her heart had been searching for without her knowing. Their connection was instant, electric, and utterly unexpected. They weren't just two people falling in love. They were two worlds colliding. The city-bred curiosity of Ree and the deep-rooted, rugged life of a rancher. In 1996, surrounded by family, friends, and the very land that had raised them, Ree and Ladd married. The ceremony was simple, heartfelt, and rooted in Oklahoma traditions, but it marked the beginning of a partnership that would soon captivate a nation. Together, they weren't just living a love story, they were building a life that would become a blueprint for millions of Americans dreaming of family, home, and heartwarming authenticity. Transition, and then something as simple as a blog would take Ree from the heart of Oklahoma to the hearts of millions. In 2006, what started as a simple blog to share recipes and daily ranch life quickly became something no one could have predicted. Ree Drummond poured her heart into every post, writing not as a celebrity, but as a friend, inviting people into her kitchen and her life. Readers weren't just following recipes, they were following her story, her laughter, her struggles, and the small, charming details of life on the ranch. Her blog had something rare: authenticity. From messy kitchens to candid family moments, Ree showed life unfiltered, and people loved it. Within months, her words and photos were connecting with audiences far beyond Oklahoma. Mothers, grandparents, aspiring cooks, and dreamers from all over America felt a part of her world. Every post left them wanting more because Ree's stories didn't just feed the stomach, they fed the heart. Transition, and what started as a simple blog was about to explode into an empire no one expected. The success of the pioneer woman wasn't luck. It was the perfect storm of talent, timing, and connection. Cookbooks followed, topping bestseller lists, each filled with the kind of comforting, hearty recipes that made people feel at home, no matter where they lived. Her TV show brought the ranch into living rooms across America, letting fans see the charm, humor, and heart behind the woman they had come to know online. But Ree didn't stop there. She expanded into home goods, cookware, and lifestyle products, each piece infused with the same warmth and authenticity her readers loved. What began as a woman sharing her life became a movement, a lifestyle people wanted to embrace, a community that spanned the country. Millions weren't just following her blog anymore, they were following a dream, one Ree made feel attainable, cozy, and unforgettable. Transition, yet even as the empire grew, life was quietly preparing its harshest tests. For years, Ree Drummond seemed unstoppable. Her energy, her smile, her empire of food, books, and TV shows inspiring millions. But then, subtle signs began to appear. Fans noticed her walking with aids, and whispers started circulating. Some speculated about post-surgery recovery, others feared stress or fatigue. The truth, however, was far more serious. Ree had been quietly battling melanoma, a type of skin cancer that can strike anyone, even someone seemingly vibrant and invincible. When she revealed it publicly, the shock rippled across the nation. The same woman who had shared countless joyful moments in the kitchen, who had taught millions to embrace life's simple pleasures, was now facing a fight for her life. Even in the face of this terrifying diagnosis, Ree's honesty and strength shone. She spoke candidly about the surgeries, the fear, and the moments when she had to pause and rethink her priorities. For someone whose life had always been about giving and creating, this was a forced lesson in self-care, and it was only the beginning of her battle. Transition. Just when it seemed she was navigating one storm, another dark cloud appeared. Ree's challenges didn't end with melanoma. Soon after, she received another devastating diagnosis: colon cancer. The news struck her and her family like a thunderbolt. What followed was a grueling 5-day treatment at a clinic, filled with exhaustion, pain, and uncertainty. But Ree Drummond is no stranger to resilience. Every day she faced treatments with courage, leaning on her family for strength. Lad, her husband, stood by her side, offering love, comfort, and unwavering support. Fans watched in awe as this larger-than-life personality, once known for recipes and laughter, showed the world what true determination looks like. Through it all, Ree refused to let fear define her. Instead, she focused on hope, perseverance, and small victories. Each day of her battle became a lesson in strength, reminding millions that even in the darkest moments, the human spirit can shine brighter than any adversity. Transition. And yet, despite these life-altering challenges, her story is far from over. Ree Drummond's journey has never been about perfection. From the wide-open fields of Oklahoma to millions of kitchens across America, she has faced life with grit, humor, and an unshakable heart. Her struggles with melanoma and colon cancer could have broken anyone, but Ree used them to show something far more important: that courage, resilience, and love can light even the darkest path. Her story is a reminder that life isn't always smooth or predictable. There are hardships we cannot control, moments that test our spirit, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. Yet Ree continues to rise, sharing her experiences, her recipes, and her heart with a nation that has followed her from the very beginning. Ree Drummond didn't just build a blog or a business, she built a movement. She showed millions of people that success isn't just about fame or fortune, but about authenticity, generosity, and the courage to keep going when life gets hard. Today, she stands as a symbol of hope, a woman who, despite health challenges and public scrutiny, continues to inspire, teach, and uplift. Her story teaches us to cherish every moment, embrace every challenge, and never underestimate the strength of the human spirit. If Ree's story moved you today, don't just watch. Join the journey, subscribe, follow along, and be inspired by a woman who proves that resilience, love, and hope can truly change a life.